It's Wednesday, May the 20th. Here's the latest update. The UAE says it intercepted 6 drones targeting the country at the start of the week. No injuries or damage were reported. Investigations also show that Sunday's drone strike near the Baraka nuclear power plant in Abu Dhabi originated from Iraqi territory. Meanwhile, Bloomberg is reporting that 3 crude oil supertankers are attempting to pass through the Strait of Hormuz today, while Reuters says 2 Chinese tankers carrying oil have already successfully crossed the route bound for China, adding to cautious optimism after positive comments from President Trump. And in other news, Dubai has launched a new 1 billion dirham space program as the UAE pushes ahead with plans to become a major global player in space and advanced technology. The project will support new international partnerships, research and innovation. Meanwhile, the UAE has sent another.
Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking news. Authorities late today revealing chilling new details on that horrific attack on an Islamic center in San Diego, now describing 2 teenage gunmen who they say charged into the facility in body armor and multiple weapons, killing 3 people, including a hero security guard who tried to take them on and was killed. Late today, police now revealing the heavily armed teenagers, 17 and 18 years old, were carrying shotguns, rifles and handguns as they stormed the center. The security guard, a father of 8, confronting them and opening fire. Police say the suspects came within 15 feet of some 140 children inside at the time. Those children were raced to safety, and that hero guard is now credited with slowing down the gunman. Tonight, what we're now learning about the mother of one of the suspects, her urgent warning to police before the shooting. And tonight, we have just learned that police did have prior contact with one of those suspected shooters. ABC's Trevor Ault on the scene, leading us off again tonight.
It's Russian President Putin's turn to soak in the pomp and pageantry in the center of Beijing, just 5 days after President Trump left. Did their host, Chinese leader Xi Jinping, offer something more special to one over the other? It seems even Trump wanted to know.
When other people from other countries, presidents and prime ministers, does he bring them here?
Not surprisingly, Xi, just like his predecessors, always rolls out the red carpet for state visits. Foreign leaders are received at the airport with a ceremony. They also inspect the honor guards and often get a state banquet. Putin has gotten the whole package multiple times. Trump got it for his first visit in 2017 and again last week. So did former President Obama twice, despite social media posts claiming the opposite. Many internet users were referring to Obama's last official trip to China in 2016 when he went to the eastern city of Hangzhou to attend the G20 summit. That was quite different from his
Well, if you've seen movies such as The Day After Tomorrow and 2012, it might be time for a rewatch. Scientists are warning a massive ice shelf dubbed the Doomsday Glacier is collapsing, and the name is pretty self-explanatory. Roughly the same size as Britain, the Thwaites Glacier in Antarctica is melting faster than previously expected. So much so that researchers at the British Antarctic Survey have been forced to draft an unusual obituary press release for what they call its final demise. So why is it our problem? Well, a monster ice shelf that stabilises the glacier is fracturing at a rapid pace in what's being likened to a windscreen that's shattering. Thwaites is responsible for 4% of all global sea level rise, and scientists fear its collapse could set off a domino effect through the West Antarctic ice sheet. That means global sea levels could ultimately
One good thing about the settlement is that it doesn't let Trump get the money personally. So at the very least, it's nice to know that Trump isn't just going to go around trying to make himself rich.
New reporting this morning on President Trump's financial disclosures showing he publicly praised companies after buying their stock. Prolific stock trades, making 3,700 of them, a cumulative value between $220 million and around $750 million.
Holy shit, this guy is grinding. How does he even find the time to do all of this? I mean, I thought he was falling asleep during meetings, but I think he's just looking down at his E-Trade account. I mean, it must have been more subtle than that, right? It's not like he was buying a stock and then going out and telling people to go buy the company's products.
President Trump bought between $1 million and $5 million of Dell stock on February 10th. 9 days later, he delivered an economic speech in Rome.
I know you'll really appreciate it. Gunnosaurus.
And Tom, any particular story caught your eye today?
I was thinking we could talk fuel crisis, politics, maybe a bit of sport.
Maybe a little bit of sport.
Yeah, look,
this is one
I don't know
place
if
to you.
this is a bit of a giveaway, but I'm a tragic Arsenal fan. So it has been a wonderful day for me and the huge contingent of Arsenal fans around the world, because after 22 long years, the Gunners have broken their premiership drought. It actually came in a weird way because they needed Man City to not win, and Man City did not win.
They complied.
And this was the Arsenal team watching at their training complex going absolutely ballistic. But these are scenes that were mirrored right around the world, including here in Melbourne, across Australia, and a wild party on the streets of North London around the Arsenal base there. But it's a huge cohort of Arsenal fans in Australia, you know, the tragics like me that get up at 1:30 in the morning and watch games despite any logic, despite any effects on what happens to your sleep pattern.
This morning, Trump toured the White House ballroom construction site, and he called the ballroom his gift to the country. Yeah, it's a gift that no one wants. I mean, it's like an all-cantaloupe edible arrangement. You know what I'm saying? We know it looks like a rose, but no. Yep, Trump toured his new ballroom, but he didn't wear a hard hat. And if you saw the results of his last cognitive test, you'd understand why it wasn't necessary. Trump also said the new ballroom will be drone-proof. He said, so if a drone hits, it bounces off. Which makes me think it's going to be less ballroom and more bouncy castle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these are stressful times for Trump, and get this, his second-term approval rating just hit a record low of 37%. But now Trump's trying to make it cool by walking around going, 3-7. 3-7. Some more political news. Late yesterday, Trump announced that he was canceling a massive attack on Iran that was planned for today.
5 things Arsenal get for winning the Premier League. First, there's medals, but not for everyone. The champions are given 40 winners' medals to hand out to players and coaching staff. Players who make at least 5 appearances are guaranteed a medal. Then the club will choose how to distribute the rest. Second, a trophy. Did you know there are actually 2 identical Premier League trophies? The winner keeps one for next season, while the Premier League keeps hold of the other. Next, money. Clubs earn a share of Premier League prize money depending on where they finish in the table. For example, last season, Liverpool earned £53.1 million as a reward for winning the title, compared to bottom of the table Southampton, who got £2.6 million. Then there's the gold badge, or a bit of a status symbol. Champions can wear a badge on their sleeves for the season in which they defend the title, a tradition since the 2015-2016 season. And finally, a Champions League spot, alongside the other Premier League teams finishing in the top 5 this season. And we'll kick off next season by playing in the Community Shield, this time as league champions.
You can hear the gunshots. A person scrambling to push a stroller to safety as a suspect opens fire in a San Diego neighborhood. And here, glass breaking as more shots come from that very vehicle. Police say just minutes after that shooting, 2 gunmen unleashed a deadly rampage at a mosque, sending school kids running for their lives. 2 senior law enforcement officials telling NBC News the gunmen have been identified as 18-year-old Caleb Vasquez and 17-year-old Kane Clark. And 3 senior law enforcement officials tell NBC News they're trying to authenticate a document purportedly written by the suspects full of anti-Islamic and anti-Semitic views, also describing themselves as anti-Trump. Outside the car where police say they killed themselves, a bottle with a Nazi SS symbol.
They didn't discriminate on who they hated.
And at 9:40 a.m. Monday, 2 hours before the killing spree, police say Clark's mother called police to report her suicidal son had run away.
After 22 years, Arsenal are champions of England again. Their success this season comes after 3 consecutive second-place finishes in the Premier League and marks the ultimate high point of Mikel Arteta's rebuild project in North London. My name is Sam Dean and I've been covering Arsenal for The Telegraph for the past 8 seasons. I have seen them crumble under Unai Emery and I have seen the way the club has been rebuilt under Arteta since December 2019. This Premier League title is a triumph of recruitment, innovation, mental resilience, emotional stability, tactical excellence, and of course, Arteta's coaching. It has not been pretty at times, and fans would certainly say that it's been very nervy, but Arsenal have achieved the goal they set out for at the start of the campaign, and the year might get even better for them before the season is over. Next weekend, they face Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final.
They want to know how comes we support Arsenal with so many teams? Then they are England. They want to know how comes we support. No sniff it, coke, don't sniff it. 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 No take one sniff, two sniff, three sniff, four sniff. Proud to be black, proud to be black, 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 proud to be black, Robbie, proud to be black. Follow me. Proud to be black, proud to be black, 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 proud to be black, Robbie, proud to be black. Come Bob Marley met me. Marcus Garvey met me. Nelson Mandela met me. Everybody in Brixton make me proud to be black. But you have some black people, they're not proud to be black. You talk about, pull up again. Right, when you also know this girl by the name of Joan, whose mother and father came from back home. She was blacker than Frank Bruno's dressing gown. She had the curly and she...
The rules for millions of tourists visiting Thailand are about to change. Travellers from almost 100 countries have been able to visit Thailand without needing a visa for 60 days since the middle of 2024. Now that exemption is being removed for many countries, including the UK, with visitors soon having to apply for a visa if they want to stay beyond 30 days. So, why is the rule changing? Thailand's government has cited security and the economy among the reasons behind their decision. The 60-day rule had been introduced to boost the economy following the COVID pandemic, but official figures show visitor numbers are now returning to pre-pandemic levels. There have also been a number of high-profile arrests of foreigners in the Southeast Asian nation in recent months, including UK citizens accused of drug smuggling.
We're here in Fujairah, and behind me is the Etihad Rail passenger station. Now today we're going to get a sneak peek at the station itself, and we're going to be among the first passengers to take a trip on the line. The service is going to start this year, and the first routes will connect Abu Dhabi, Dubai and Fujairah itself. We've just taken a special service train from Fujairah station to here in Al Bitna Bridge. Now, Al Bitna Bridge is a key bridge on the entire Etihad Rail network. It's 40 meters high, 600 meters long, and what it also represents about Etihad Rail is that it's not just another